The kid in the t-shirt says, "I think I can make it." And they take off into a driving thunderstorm over the Guatemalan jungle.
Oh my God.
And they're flying back. Now, you remember those mountains? The plane apparently, I believe somebody had actually asked, the plane didn't go higher than the mountains, so it wasn't like a choice. So now they're flying back. There's no lights. There's no moon because it's raining.
Oh my God.
And the wooden benches they're sitting on in this makeshift plane that apparently somebody built in Tegucigalpa just to come get them is wandering all over the skies. And at one point, the wind,
Oh my God.
blew the towel away from the cockpit. And they were treated to the sight of a 17-ish boy sitting on a wooden box trying to unfold a map. Well, I don't know what he was looking for because you couldn't see it out the window. And they just knew they were flying, and he would make little curves like he was going around mountains. So they presumed that he must know what he's doing. He's 17. They made it through the mountains. They get back to wherever the port is that the boat was docked. Also, the other thing was the boat was leaving at 6, so be back. And now the only thing I have to worry about is that little echoing remembrance from the guy at the beginning of the trip about be back by 4 because the place where we're landing doesn't have lights. And so they approached the landing field, they figured, and they looked down, and the guy was going to make a pass at the landing field or the ocean or
Oh my God.
the boat, and suddenly lights went on, and it turned out they had called out the Guatemalan army, and the Guatemalan army had brought their jeeps to the landing strip and were pointing their headlights at the ground
Oh my God.
to show them where they were going to hit. And
Oh my God.
they landed. And they got off the plane. And the people, George Takei was on the other plane. And I forgot the part about where they as they were coming down. One guy's eardrum popped from the pressure, and so the plane's coming down with this one guy screaming. And of course, Cecily, being the amazing flyer she was screaming pretty much from the time of the ball. A really wonderful thing had happened at the Mayan ruins. At the top of the highest pyramid, there were a bunch of the Star Trek fans gathered around Cecily. They were all having their pictures taken up on top of this thing. And one of them said, "Oh my God, Cecily, if it weren't for you, we wouldn't be here." They got off the plane. About 15 people kissed the ground. And one guy walked over to Cecily and said, "If it weren't for you, we wouldn't be here." If you think that's a good story, you should have heard her tell it. So, does that answer your question, Linda?
One thing she left out, though, she said that she claimed that she was writing you a "I love you, hate you, Jim, delete me."
Oh yes, oh yes. And in fact, George on his website refers to the letter, the goodbye forever letter that she wrote me from the airstrip there when she knew that, of course, she was going to be killed in this crash. And I still have that postcard somewhere, and it's tear-stained and very Sess-like in its resignation. But anyway, that was Sess's Guatemala story, and I just feel so bad about getting off that boat in Acapulco.
What movie were you going to shoot?
The movie I was going to shoot was a Showtime movie called Warden of Red Rock, for which today I got a $6.84 residual. That story just keeps on giving. Yeah.
If your book happened to be made into a movie, would you or could you play the part of Jimmy?
I think I'd insist. I mean, unless there's a better part. Boy, they'd be lined up around the popcorn stand for that, wouldn't they? Good question. I don't think we're going to have to worry too much about it coming through.
I think we have time for one more question.
One more. And that was it. Yes. What do I miss the most about Sess? Well, that girl sparkled. She had pizzazz like few people I've ever encountered, and she put up with me. And that combination, that's just unbeatable in my book. She was funny, and she had a heart of gold. She absolutely despised the human race, but she loved every single person she met. And 10 minutes later, they loved her too. I miss having that in my life. And she got me. She got me. Not everybody does. My kid seems to. So that's nice. So I could go on for a few more months, but that's the top of it. Thank you.